Hello, 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 and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We've got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there on all of the live streams, except for the odd one that like popped up like in the evening or something. But it's easy to even use the search function on the channel. But so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works best for you. So, hello. Yes, Chicago won, Mayor. I did notice that. Suddenly, President Blunderdum has chickened out. Chickens out, always chickens out. Yeah. Okay. I hope you have something like some tea or something to like calm your nerves. And this is not over because President Blunderdum is talking about going to Memphis instead of Chicago. All right, Tennessee. Well, have fun. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't even have that on my list of things to cover today because what we're going to cover is so serious and so important that it kind of pushed a lot of the dumber things that he has done off the table. So, okay. It's not going to be easy today, but we're here together. We're here together. And I'm going to grab my cards here. All right. So, breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. There we go. That is something even deep sea divers do. Scientists figured out that if we take at least twice as long to breathe out as we do to breathe in, it calms our nervous system. So, I'm glad you like the blanket. It's my most comforting blanket. We've all heard of Nick Fuentes, starting at 3 minutes 40 seconds. He's the scumbag who went to the White House with Kanye and is just the most racist, anti-Semitic piece of trash you can possibly imagine. Well, we're not even starting with him. Oh, we're going to get to him, but we're not even starting with him. We're starting with a man named Nick Frietas, Frietas, Nick Frietas. Okay, you're like, who the heck is Nick Frietas? Okay, we're going to start with him because he is on a podcast big enough that Hal Sparks covered it last night, and I thought we really need to look at this because he has his podcast, but he is also a longtime member of the Virginia House of Representatives. So state government, state of Virginia, House of Representatives. Nick, Republican, Nick Frietas. Frietas, okay? He went, he read his own tweet. You can imagine, sorry about my desk there. You can imagine Hal Sparks' response to that. And Hal, I understand, just seems to be getting angrier and angrier with these people. And I understand. I do. I'm not faulting him for being fed up. So this jerk read his own tweet and was saying that he is a sitting member of a state government. And he said that he prayed about this. He prayed about the death of Charlie Kirk. He prayed about what to do. And he's decided no more. Because he prayed about it. And so now, it is entirely the fault of the left. We cannot live with them anymore. There is no common ground. And we have got to take the fight to them. I mean, you can look actually here. Considering what he's talking about, I didn't realize that it's Freitas. Okay. I thought I'd just be able to just say, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull up his posts. I think this is it. Sorry about the delay. There it is. Found it. You need to see this because it's not. This isn't. Okay. Share screen. Chrome tab. Here we go. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So this garbage, I'm told that as a state representative, this is the moment where I'm supposed to express my heartfelt condolences, then stand in solidarity with those on the other side of the aisle as we condemn political violence and stand unified as one people. Period. End. End of message. Hit send. No. But we aren't one people, are we? Truth is, we haven't been for some time now, and there's really no point in pretending anymore if there ever was. I wonder if this guy's ever been divorced. Anyway, we are two very different people. We may occupy the same piece of geography, but that's where the similarities seem to abruptly end. I convinced myself that whenever the left called me all these names, that it was simply hyperbolic rhetoric. Now the effect is a widow and 2 orphan children. You know, this guy was the shooter, the Charlie Kirk shooter. He was a registered Republican. We know that. We know that. It's public record. He wasn't unaffiliated. He was a Republican. His family was Republican. He was Republican. I don't think they realize it yet, but murdering Charlie, we didn't murder Charlie, is going to be remembered as the day when we finally woke up to what this fight really is. It's not a civil dispute. It's a war between 2 diametrically opposed worldviews which cannot peacefully coexist. Charlie tried to win that fight through arguments and discussion, through peaceful resolution, and the other side murdered him. Murder most foul. Look, Hamlet, slow your flippin' roll. I don't want to stand in solidarity. I want to defeat you. I want to defeat the godless ideology, blah-de-de-blah-de-de-blah. Social media is aflame right now with the leftist celebration of Charlie's death. Not here. We didn't celebrate it. We didn't. It's recorded. You can go back and look. We didn't celebrate it. They've awoken a sleeping giant. I don't exactly know what will happen next. I just know it won't be the same as what's happened in the past. There will be a reckoning. My Christian faith requires me to love my enemies and pray for those who curse me. Yeah, period. End of. Send message. No, it does not require me to stand idly by in the midst of savagery. Quite the opposite. Wrong. Hey, hi, hey, hang on, let me do this. Hi. I was raised Catholic. I know what Jesus taught. I do. I study it a lot. And you know what? That's exactly what your faith, that's what belief in Jesus Christ says. You have to stand. You have to turn the other cheek. That was the thing. Gandhi got it. MLK got it. You don't even have to be Christian to get it. If you really want to make change, you do non-violence. Non-violent protests is the best way to affect the greatest amount of change. And he's like, no, I prayed about it. And that's why I'm picking up my weapons. What a liar. There is nothing that Jesus of Nazareth taught that says you are supposed to fight back. Oh, what are we supposed to just let them roll over us? Supposed to let them kill us? Yes, that was the point. The point was world peace, not through everybody's just armed to the teeth. No. So don't call yourself a Christian. Don't use this excuse. Look, if you are a dim-witted, unthinking, emotional, don't put women in positions of power. Men aren't emotional, women are. Really? I'm just standing here. I'm not calling for any kind of violence. So every time I feel tired, every time I feel discouraged, overwhelmed, I'm going to watch the video of a good man being murdered in Utah. Why? He wouldn't want that. Nobody wants that. That's not good for you. I will force myself to watch it. Then I will return to the work of destroying the evil ideology responsible for that. And so much more. Rest with God, Charlie. Your fight is over. Ours is just beginning. Dun, dun, dun. Happy birthday, Amy. Hi. He was in the military. And he's, which, thank you for your service, but you're no longer in the military, and you're a sitting member of your state government. You're a sitting member of your state government. And you're calling for violence. And then now he's trying to say, well, you can see what I said. I didn't call for violence. This is where we are. This is why I'm starting with this, because I didn't see this coming. The right, their willful blindness, their inability to accept responsibility, to look objectively at their own beliefs, that allowed them to vote for someone as utterly heinous and despicable as Donald Trump. They are just, the disconnect is staggering. They will sit there and talk about Epstein and all that stuff for hours. And then literally say to each other, well, of course, but Trump wasn't involved. Oh, no, of course he wasn't. He was best friends with the guy for at least 15 years. He didn't know, he didn't see anything, he didn't. But they will swear up and down. Reality, what's that? So what we have now and what I'm about to read on, believe me, I'm actually going to get to the questions. What I'm reading on is, I don't want us to go into some kind of ridiculous civil war. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Okay, how many leftists have made an attempt on the president, this president's life? None that I know of. How many right-wing people? Oh, there are at least a couple. Yes, precious one. And I am concerned that because the astrology is so big and the energy is so big, that we end up in some form of civil war because they refuse to face what's happening on their own side. Hello, sweetie. That is terrifying. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a purry kitty. Oh, geez, don't hit the microphone. Yes, exactly. Hypocrisy, Anne. Where was their outrage when the officials were unalived? Yeah, okay. Just push me out of the way. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right. Mega Karen, yes, the Democrats should introduce a Charlie Kirk gun safety bill. Yes. Oh, you boy. Oh, you are just a warm little purry thing. He's like, I don't like this energy. We're not going to do this. What if I can pull that further forward or down just a little? I really can't reach it very well. Does that work? And if I move this here, where are you going? You don't have to go anywhere. Where are you going? Hi. It's okay. You can just relax. We could use your good energy. Yes, we could. Yep, Jan said, Charlie Kirk said, loss of life is the price we pay for all of these weapons. It's ridiculous. Look at the sweetness. Oops. You are really not going to work with me, are you? He's a sweetie. Don't leave. Don't leave. There. That should work better. There he is. How you doing? Every time I get really upset, what happens? Kitty. All right, put this down here. See if I can reach my phone. He's a good boy. How you doing? You gonna sit with me? Ms. Gibson says, I feel like the left is going to go crazy in Trump, and Trump is not going to stop them. Oh, I don't know what you mean. I feel the opposite. That's what I'm reading on. I am concerned that what's going to happen is the right is just going to continue to willfully lie. He's precious. You are the precious. Yes, you are. All right, so there was also the point of, yeah, I don't think it's here, so I'll just mention that Megyn Kelly, in trying to understand what happened, is insisting that this heinous human being who unalived Mr. Charlie Kirk, she's still insisting that he was left-wing. Not only that, but because she doesn't understand any of the details, didn't bother to look, she not only says he's left-wing, but she is convinced he is a part of that gross and disgusting furry community. She thinks, based on nothing, that the person who unalived Charlie Kirk was a furry, and that all furries are trans. No. The furries. Yes, the furries. Look, it's not something I do. It's not something I'm into. But hey, every bit of furry culture I've heard about has been, there's some of the sweetest people you can imagine, and they're adults, and it's consenting adults, and some people, I know it's more involved than this, but some people wear lingerie, some people wear costumes. I know it's a little more complicated than that, but on the whole, don't blame the furries. What the heck? It's like blaming all. Okay, I know it's not exactly the same, but we're in the ballpark of, if you don't know what a furry is, it's like someone who completely would completely embrace being like a mascot, like a sports mascot, but it becomes their identity. And they have this alternate identity where they are that animal or whatever it is, and they join in with other people who believe the same, and they have this alter ego, and they do things like that too with consenting adults, and that's who the furries are. And It is a form of role playing, Carl. But Megyn Kelly thinks that's disgusting. She thinks all furries are trans. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Women used to dress up as bunnies. Yeah. And so Megyn Kelly is convinced that the shooter. Yeah. Okay. So Melissa says, I need a stupid stick. Yes. Don't we all? He's sleeping against my hand. He's using my hand as a pillow. All right. Are we? All right. For what it's worth, I'm not getting heinous cards. I know there's some nasty astrology coming over the next couple of years, but I have a lot of rise of democratic energy here. Queen of Cups, Temperance, Ace of Cups. Heck, even some Republicans standing up, Ace of Pentacles, saying, no, we're not doing violence. We're not. This is just, no. The second set of cards I pulled, the card for the reading is the Emperor. So, of course, Trump will try to do something stupid, but that's a day ending in day. So, Veronica says, release the Epstein files. Distraction is past. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Lois says, Americans have more good in common than not. That's true. Yeah, yes, Melissa, CSI did have a furry episode. I think it was like in the early seasons of the first, or the original CSI. That actually introduced the concept to a lot of people. So on the right, they will continue to blame. But what I've got here is a lot of adults standing up and saying, we're not doing this. We're not. So this isn't going to, I'm just not picking up that this will spiral into, 1861. So anyway, you okay? You doing okay down there? He's like, well, the energy's better. Yes, the energy's better. So that's okay. No, he is the precious. Yes, he is the precious. You are the good boy. You are the good boy. Yes, you're still a good boy. Okay, so we're moving on. I'm not going to read on Nancy Mace because I need my hands, dear. He's like, no, I'm going to lay on your hand and stop you from using it, so you'll stop looking at this stuff because the energy's icky. Nancy Mace tripped all over herself to go from once the unaliving, the death penalty, blah, 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 to wanting, wait, oh no, you mean he's a cis white man? Registered Republican? Oh, we need prayers. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's not even worth reading on. All right. Well, thank you for that, sweetie. That energy was nice. Thank you. It definitely helped. So, yeah, but I will. Utah's governor. Oh, man. I don't. Okay. I know. I'm kind of all over the place today, but we'll get there. I don't have this handy, so Utah's governor he said no, it doesn't. It's okay. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to just have things and keep things tight. I do try, but the Utah governor was criticized after he said the next for the 30. It's not giving me the link. He prayed for like 30 hours, 33 hours, that the man suspected of shooting Charlie Kirk, quote, wouldn't be one of us. That he had hoped that, I'm so sorry, I don't have the direct, might be a link here, but he actually said that he had hoped it would be an immigrant or it would be something. He prayed it wasn't one of us. Hey, Angie from Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Do follow Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Angie says Utah here too. Okay. And Cindy says he is one of us Americans. Yeah. Angie saying the governor's just ugh. Yeah. I wish I had the link. I'm so sorry. It is out there. So he prayed that the shooter wasn't a Republican. Prayed. Wasn't praying for 33. I want to say it was 33 hours. Praying for 33 hours. Not that it wouldn't continue, that there would be peace on earth, praying for the soul of Charlie Kirk, praying no one else would get hurt. I mean, no. Prayed it wouldn't be one of us. But it was. The other side right now, they're not doing well. They're not. They are. They cannot handle the cognitive dissonance. They're just, what? Huh? Who? And this was bad. Card for the reading's the Tower. This is bad. And no, we were not celebrating the death of anybody. I've said repeatedly, I don't want the president. I don't want anything to happen to the president. I don't want anything to happen to any of these people. One, because I just want people to be held accountable in a court of law. And two, we don't need martyrs. Yes, we'll get to the Groyper thing in a minute. I've actually got a link. Angie says the level of hypocrisy is ridiculous. Yeah. Not much is going to change for a while because their rhetoric is just, it's bad. It's aggressive. It's just bad. In the center, I picture this as, this is us Democrats, and this is just a page. And it's like she's on vacation or something, but she's just walking past. She's just walking past. She's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Just keeping on. While these people are, roar, roar, the Democrats are Democrats, and the Democrats are like, what? This has nothing to do with us. What? We have cookies. Do you want a drink? Do you want a cookie? Got some tea. It also makes these podcasters money. I tell you, I am dead serious with you. I could make a lot of money. Oh, Catherine, thank you so much for your mental health basket. Tea, incense, candles, whatever you need. We'll get through this together. Oh, yes, we will. And thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you. Warrior Witch says, don't you understand what's going on here? Explanation incoming. I'm talking about their dissonance and these people. If I switch sides, if I went pro-Trump, I would hurl my guts out. But if I could somehow do that and keep any part of my soul intact, I could make stupid amounts of money. Stupid amounts of money. I wouldn't have to worry about my bills. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Not going to happen, though. It'll never happen. No. But what I'm saying is this is not listening. For the money, there's some people who will continue to refuse to look at it, refuse to see the truth. So this is where we are. Okay. So Summer Virgo says, no thanks, I'd rather work 3 jobs. Yeah. I feel you. I couldn't. I don't know. I mean, like you, I am very sensitive to the energy. And oh my gosh, I so despise these people. And their energy is so dark and gross. Or which says they're trying very hard to make their projections real, but it's crumbling before their eyes. Yes, very much so. Sassy Cat says, I don't think you could do that, Sebastian. Not your style. Agreed. Yeah. Carl says, sounds like you got an offer. No. No. I really do just try to go about my day. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I would give somebody an earful if they tried. Cindy says, how could you be a light worker? The people who do, they couldn't. They couldn't. M. Kelpie says you'd be sick all the time. I agree. Look, I'm just telling you the thing about the money. That's all I'm telling you. I have never been tempted. I never will be tempted. That is not even remotely in the cards. No. I have stood up to bullies my whole life. I'm not stopping now. These scumbags. Okay, so we're going to do a little, here, let me show you something, if I can figure out where I put it, because I am completely discombobulated today. All right, that's that. So where is, there it is. Found it. All right, a little education. Time for a little education at 39:45. 39:45. I'm sorry I've been on my soapbox so much today, but I am very unhappy with just the face reality. You want to make fun of me or something? Somebody wants to make fun of me for being a tarot reader and being into astrology on the internet? Go ahead. But I've had a lot of therapy in my life, and every single one of them says you absolutely know what's real and what's not. On that side, the dissonance is staggering. Thank you, Rob. Anyway, Janton spritzing Florida water on all of you. Oh, Iris, hello from New Jersey. Last night, my 15-year-old went to a football game. She's on the dance team. She spotted adults in the audience dressing like 4th of July and a few MAGA hats. She felt so threatened. As a parent, this is terrifying. Oh, big hug. Oh, I hope she's okay. I hope you're okay. Oh. And thank you. Man. Let me take this down and... All right. You've seen... Okay, I'm going to assume you've seen Pepe the Frog. There's a grosser version. I don't know. Is it just me? It's just creepy. Just ew. Ew. Ugh. Yeah, it's like Pepe the Frog, only suggestive. I don't know. It's an ugly drawn frog giving a come hither stand. Anyway, this was a meme. It has been taken up by the super fans of Nick Fuentes. Remember we talked about him at the beginning? And as it says down there, Groypers are Nick Fuentes super fans. That's where that comes from. That's why you keep hearing the word. Nick Fuente has super fans named Groypers. And it says right down there, this is part of anti-Semitism, bigotry, racism, sexism, awfulness. The fact that Nick Fuentes got anyone showing videos of him, okay, I gotta take that down. That's just gross. Showing videos of him talking was that one time that he spoke out against Trump. Would you like to be covered up? Would you like to be covered up? I might crawl under there with you. We might just take a nap on the desk. That's what a Groyper is. Yeah, it is kind of a Jabba the Hutt. Just, ugh. So now you know what a Groyper is. I've been trying to figure out where the name comes from. I haven't been able to find out. But at least I can tell you what it refers to. There was a meme, and it's farther right than the people who use Pepe the Frog. Why? Why frogs? Why ugly frogs? What? I don't... Okay. Not only do we have cookies, but we have good art. It's cozy. This is sweet. This is... What's with that creepy, gross thing? You could have color. Melissa says, where else do I get to learn about furries, frogs and furries and stuff? Janet Lee says, I only watch Pepe Le Pew. My darling. No. Louis says, do they know frogs can change their sex? What morons. Yeah. Yeah. Jan says, come to the light side. We have empanadas. Yes. Oh, yeah. Fuentes. There are a lot of people like this. He's gross. He has no... I look at it this way. if somebody is racist or sexist, it's because they're pathetic. So you're saying there's no way you can compete in a fair, life. Capitalism, all of this. No, can't handle it, can't hold your own. Just no, you've got nothing to offer. So you've got to try to tilt the playing field because you're that pathetic. That's how I feel about racists. Really? You're that small, huh? Huh. And you're just screaming that from the rooftops. I guess that makes things easier for the rest of us. He's making money from this. He can be his worst self, and he gets rewarded. Just like Stephen Miller, Nosferatu, you can make a lot of money. Like I said, there will always be a job somewhere for someone like Nosferatu. Always. But Fuentes, things weren't going as well. He got into the Oval Office with Kanye, and then he was on Alex Jones with Kanye, and then maybe things were tapering off. I don't know. I know that Fuentes and Charlie Kirk, Fuentes despised Charlie Kirk. He thought he'd gone soft. He was too liberal. And so you have to be the bigger, the badder, the worse. Yeah. Do you remember when Kirsten Langston was kind enough to come on the channel and how great that was? We talked about music at the end, and we were talking about different musicians connecting spiritually and to muses or to the other side in some way. We were having this whole discussion, and one of the things that came up was that some people who say that they're into spirituality, either good or bad, like Brian Warner, Marilyn Manson, to those who don't know that's his real name, he's connected to nothing. Absolutely zippo. He's just a scumbag. Anyway, she is fun. He has his followers, but Fuentes is not going to flourish. He's just not. But when it comes to people like him and Nick Frietas or whatever his name is, or what's his name? The British guy. He was married to Katy Perry. I can't remember his name. Think of them like trolls. And what's the rule of dealing with trolls? The number one rule. Don't feed the trolls. They want attention more than anything else. It gets them viewers, it gets them advertisers, it gets them money, it gets them attention. Someone who's the president, somebody who's in power, we have to keep an eye on them. But Russell Brand, that was it. That's scumbag. Thank you. It was not Russell Crowe. That's not who I'm talking about. I don't know anything about Russell Crowe's politics. Yeah. People other than, like, we have to keep, there are people who have power that ignoring them won't take away. We have to keep an eye on the president, the representatives, and all of this. But these podcaster people that get stuffed. So, okay. You're good. Savax says Crow is Australian. Oh, okay. And hello. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Russell Brand, he just goes where he thinks the money is. Yeah, you believe whatever you pay him to believe. All right, I'm running out of time. I've been talking so much. But this is upsetting, and I'm upset about it. And I don't want people getting hurt because they can't put two thoughts together. They can't get 1 + 1 equals, and they're never going to be able to wrap their heads around the fact that the two parties in the United States of America aren't parties, they're umbrellas. We call them parties, but they're just two umbrellas, and there are factions. We have factions just like everywhere else in the West, but we have built-in coalitions. That's it. That's the difference. And so they just can't, they're having a terrible time accepting that as Trump is failing, as the economy is damaged, and as their young men start picking up very big, scary arms, which they are happy to give to everybody like it's confetti, that they are creating massive splits and fissures under their umbrella. It's not us. We don't control the House. We don't control the Senate. We don't control the presidency. We don't control all of the state legislatures. And it wasn't our guys. It wasn't our young men who picked up arms and went after the president or Charlie Kirk or any of them. Yes, it's a pumpkin coven. Yeah, Raymond, that just makes me want to hurl. I'm not even going to repeat it, but yeah. Oh, really? Joanna, I hadn't heard that. Trump said on Fox yesterday, when asked what we can do about the divided country, and our fearless leader said, I could care less. Did he? Ugh. So we do still have a judicial system in this country. It's not everything we want it to be, but it's here and it's right in the middle. The institutions, and our institutions can still change, especially if we go out and vote. Let's vote. There's the head, the rotted head that is rotting everything beneath it. A refusal to listen to decency, but there's justice. And people like I know he has a name. I know what his name is. I don't want to use it. None of these killers deserve to be remembered. The person who took the life of Charlie Kirk is going to prison. Alleged, if that is the correct shooter. So allegedly. Whoever took that person's life. And they will continue on the right to, things will continue to fragment. And Trump will continue to grift. So all we have to do is hold together. And I wish you were here. So I could make you something to drink, and I could make us some cookies, and you would know that, like you, I get upset, but I don't stay upset because I believe in us. It's a fact. I do. I know there are more Democrats than Republicans in this country, and we will vote. We will. So, Smart Holly says, chocolate first, bye, and hugs to you all. Absolutely. Sneakers, wouldn't that be fun? A party with Sebastian. Oh, maybe. No cookies. Karen says, love a cup of Earl Grey tea. I absolutely make one for you. Guaranteed. Janet Lee says we could talk about Boo Boo Kitty. Watch the birds with him. Oh. And Sandra Lee says, dark chocolate, please, hugs to all. Lynott says, I had to compare it to Henry II and Becket to get a Brit friend to understand. Ah! No, you are so smart. Really. You really are. All right. So is there something else I could read on here that's something not about that? Because I'm going to roll over questions I don't get to today. I'll roll them over to tomorrow because your questions are important to me. Okay, this is one here that I read on this topic. I want to say last week, recently. But Raymond was asking about it. The Democrats are using a tactic called soft secession to an unofficial de facto separation of blue states, withholding funds to the federal government. Will the blue states be successful? Well, first of all, the IRS takes a lot of money directly from citizens within states. Then citizens also pay state taxes. It isn't the easiest thing in the world for blue states to withhold money from the federal government. It is also illegal. It would be a lot easier for them to refuse to go along with whatever it is the federal government is saying they have to do. They can go, no. And they would be on much stronger legal grounds. But apparently, there are, I'm trying to remember which one, there are some states that are starting to divert funds to like healthcare in their own states and things like that. And they can do a lot. In theory, the federal government would take them to court. But for a while, you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You can sure try if you got a mind to do it, or until a judge stops you. So, Joanne's asking, can I bring my kitties, Lucy and Ricky, to the party? Yeah. By the way, Patreon is not expensive. Links in the description. People come up on, we get to meet everybody's cats and dogs, and we talk directly to each other. Got all people up on the screen with me and people in the chat. So, Oh, yeah, well, that could cause some pain in the federal government, where leaders in democratic states, there's the country, and yeah, they're trying to cause a lot of problems there. But the right is trying to cause problems here. Like I said, I'm not super enthused about the astrology over the next couple of years, especially the U.S. having their Uranus return. There's some icky energy coming, but we're going to get through it. What I don't see here is a justice card. I don't even see a sword card, which could be legal or governmental. Oh, Lynott, that sounds interesting. Libby says, my governor just passed universal health care for all of our children in our state. Good. Which state is that? Sassy Cat says, my kitties are Rings and Cleopatra. Oh, sweet. Yep. CC Ryder says the shooter's father's registered Republican, not a sheriff, name confused with another. Okay, thank you. New Mexico. That was it. It was New Mexico who was diverting funds. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I pulled 3 cards. I've got Hierophant institutions. I've got Donald Trump, human dumpster fire. And then I have legal, like Kash Patel or Pam Bondi, or, these kind of people there could be going to court. But for the card for the reading, I have the big old DEATH card, and I don't like that he's in the center. Carol says, one more time, you mentioned the Justice card. Didn't that used to stand for Kamala Harris? Is she no longer a player in our government? She is not. That might have been her card. I honestly don't remember. Sorry. But no, I'm not picking up on her energy at all. But you could ask about it tomorrow if you just throw it in the chat. So, oh, thank you, Raymond. You contribute so much. You really do, and thank you. Beth says, can we get a card for us today? Absolutely. 102. Card for us. Safe. Sharon, I remember the Queen of Swords kept coming up for Harris. Yes. Oh, thank you, Carol. Card for us. Be safe. Just be safe. We don't need to be paranoid, but just be safe. Thank you. Beth says thumbs up for the channel. Thank you. Please. What the cards are saying. Oh, Shauna, thank you. We will get through this. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Where's my... There it is. It really helps. What I'm getting is simply strength. That's a card for the reading. Let me show you. King of Cups. That's Democrats. Democratic leaders, too. There's a Justice card. There are the institutions. There's the Knight of Pentacles and a Four of Wands. Wands and Pentacles. Pentacles have tended to come up for me for the Republicans. Wands have tended to come up for me for MAGA and their ilk. Cups tend to come up for me for Democrats. That's the government. That's the institutions. We have strength on our side. We have justice on our side. We have major arcana on our side. And they have a lot of bluster. They have some people with money, and they have people who are willfully ignorant all the way up through. This is stronger. This will win out. Yeah, I think there was a T-shirt I saw recently. It was something like radicalized by common decency. If you are kind, if you are trying to do the right thing, if you are trying to diffuse anger and violence more than you're trying to build it up, you're on the right side of history. You're on the right side spiritually, and they are getting weaker and weaker. I mean, there are moments where, because you've got kings and queens and knights and all of that, there can be a little hint of chess in the cards when you're reading them. And a knight is just not a king. Runs around a lot, makes a lot of noise, but that's kind of all they've got. We are kings and queens of what's right, strength and justice for all. Actual strength and justice. So, all right. Jen says they will be released. Something, I'm guessing that will be released from somewhere. Those 18,000 emails aren't going to help the other side. No, Bloomberg got hold of 18,000+ of these emails, mostly between Epstein and Maxwell, I believe. And there's not really much there about Trump, actually, from what I read. And there was some other stuff about their interpersonal relationship I won't repeat because this, ew. Thank you, CC Ryder has the link. Yeah. So anyway, Sassy Cat says Dems are not perfect, but we have heart, soul, and empathy. Yes. And I hate to say it, but Charlie Kirk spoke out against empathy. He did. Just saying. But anyway, so that's going to do it for today. And I'm here every day. It's surprising me how much mainstream media, I know I'm naive, but I'm really surprised how much mainstream media is not willing to say the truth, willing to say what's logical. And it really is alternative news sources of decent people like Aaron Parnas who have to come out every day and say what's really going on, say what's logical. But I'm going to do that every day. I'm not Aaron Parnas. I'm not trying to be. But we're going to get through this. We are. And I'm here every day. This community's here every day. All right? And it is 1:25 p.m. here in Chicago because I stayed later. And from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Time, we get together and we work on projects to be productive in the afternoon slump. So we get things done that have nothing to do with politics unless that has something to do with work. So we're productive there, but there's a community there in the afternoon as well. So smaller than this one, but it's still there. Anyway, so you have places you can go every day, and you have good people you can talk to, and know that you're not alone, and we're in this together, and there are good days ahead. Hang in there. All right. And I'll see you later, as always. Okay. Bye. Thank you.